All right, we're back. So once again, we're out here doing another journal today. So right now, it's really late in the evening. In fact, it's already past midnight. It's about 1 a.m. right now. Just had some food. Gotta come out here, make a video. And for this video, I really just kind of want to take it slow, man. Again, for all of these journals, they're not scripted videos. It's just really a chance for me to come out here, say some things, get some things off of my mind, Man, look at the sky today. We have a full moon. It's actually not too dark out here. Once again, I'm just gonna be walking around my neighborhood. This is always the place that I come out here to walk. It's just so beautiful. So peaceful and quiet, man. So yeah, man. Again, this video, I really don't exactly know what kind of topic I want to talk about. I suppose we just have to wait and see kind of how this video goes, I suppose. Once I get into that flow state, then, everything will go smoothly, man. Okay, so I suppose I can kind of give y'all an update real quick. So far, definitely this school is going pretty well. We're pretty much like way more than halfway done with the quarters already. Like, I think I only got 2 more weeks left, and then this quarter is over. It's just crazy, man. This entire quarter. It's honestly such a roller coaster ride, man. I'm just glad it's gonna be over soon. About that directing class, I had finally, shot that film. I talk about that in my last journal. Yeah, man, I was able to put up a pretty decent rough cut and screened in class. Everything went pretty good, man. My teacher did say, I could have, they did give me some suggestions. Maybe I gotta shoot a few new parts again. But honestly, I just couldn't really be bothered, man. For me, I don't really want to put in any extra effort. If what I have can already pass the class, I don't think I really want to call back my actor and shoot it again, because again, that 10-hour shoot, bro, I don't want to experience that again, man. So yeah, man, I'm just glad the hard part is over, man. Right now, we're really, we're walking downhill at this point. It's no longer an uphill climb. Right now, we're going down now, Yeah, the other classes are going pretty good as well. Everything going good, man. It's honestly really cold out here today, man. It's let me see. It's 25 degrees right now. It's really cold out here. I still remember a few days ago the weather was pretty good, but seems like the cold weather is coming back again, man. I just can't wait for this winter to be over, bro. I want to come out here every single day, man. Sometimes when it gets so cold, man, it's I couldn't even come out, man. It's just way too cold, bro. Yeah. I really do like coming out here. Some of the only time where I can get the peace. Yeah. Last week I put out another gameplay. It was probably going to be the longest gameplay that I ever made. It was 1 hour and 20 minutes. It's just crazy, man. For me, I'm really dedicated to go full time on YouTube, man. Sometimes I'm willing to do YouTube for free for the rest of my life. I don't have to have any money from YouTube. I really feel like YouTube is something that I really can do until I die, probably. That is, as long as I'm able to, Some of these videos literally takes hours and hours to edit, taking hours to render and upload. And for me, I'm still willing to do it, even if nobody watches these videos. Same with these journals, A lot of time, even me being so personal on these journals, I still feel like I want to do it, bro. Again, YouTube really is this world that is truly mine, something that is for me to shape. Every single video is like a story. YouTube series, it just means so much to me, man. If I look back in that first ever journal that I made, a few weeks ago. Yeah, it's honestly crazy just how fast time has been passing by, man. As of right now, it's already March. Yeah, I'm going to be turning 23 years old soon, man. Just crazy, bro. Just how quick time passes by. Honestly, so far, I'm quite proud of myself about my YouTube, man. I've already made like more than 10 videos ever since I came back. Being pretty consistent with my uploads, even though I'm not really uploading on the same day every week, but still maintaining that weekly upload, man. You know, making these videos. Definitely very proud of myself so far, man. And again, for me, I really do want to go full-time on YouTube once I finish this quarter. But then again, I really don't know what's going to happen, man, for me. You know, maybe once I finally finished everything, my mom is going to force me to go to work, force me to do a lot of things, and then there goes all of my plans, man. So I really don't know, man. For me, I want to do YouTube, man. I do not want to be shackled by things that I don't care about, you know. Because ultimately, YouTube really is my true calling, man. I can see myself do this for the rest of my life, and I would be happy. Okay, just like I said in one of my previous journals, you know, all I need is a little studio with everything I need. If I got food, I got water, I got shelter, I'm good. I really don't need much to be happy, really. You know, I really don't. I am quite a minimalistic person. I don't really need a lot of fancy things, because ultimately everything is like all within, I suppose. For me, as long as I got the basic necessities as well as the stuff that allows me to do things that I enjoy, then I can live like that for the rest of my life and be happy, really. You know, I am not a materialistic person. I don't really chase trends, really. I follow my intuition. I do what I love, man. That's really like, you know, something that is like my values, my moral code, you know, or whatever you call these things. You guys should definitely also follow your intuition, man. For me, I just feel like being an outcast, I can just never be relatable to other people. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, this video is, honestly, I really don't know where this video is going. I guess you guys can just think of this journal as just like a pretty chill chat session, I suppose. Do want to record a little bit longer today. Just talk about anything, really. Maybe y'all can get to know me a little bit more, you know. It's just so beautiful. I just wish the weather can be a little bit warmer, man. It's just too cold out here, man. Yeah. Still can't believe my college is almost over, bro. Only 2 more weeks, man. And then it's done. Man, like the day when I come back, I finish that final commute, you know, that legit is going to be like the happiest day. I probably will make another journal on that day. Yeah. Do feel like I really want to start to focus on YouTube, you know. Whatever happens next, I don't know what's going to happen, but so far my plan is to focus more on YouTube. Maybe make twice a week, you know, videos. Who knows? That is at least my plan anyways. I want to really go on YouTube, you know. And possibly try a lot of different videos, man. I do feel like one video idea that I have is I want to react to all the films that I made throughout the years while I'm in college. You know, I made a lot of films, man. A lot of them are honestly so bad. But I do feel like, you know, once I finish college, I do want to dedicate a video where we just sit down and watch a whole bunch of films that I made. Some of them are kind of decent, I suppose, but honestly, a lot of them are kind of mediocre, really. It's really not that good, man. But regardless, I do also want to share a lot of other stuff as well. You know, for me, I have made a lot of private videos on my channel. A lot of videos that I never really put out to the public. But I do feel like I could probably, you know, make some reaction video to these. You know, ultimately, my YouTube channel is my world. You know, I want to show stuff to other people. You know, I don't know. YouTube channel, man. Y'all have no idea how much my YouTube really means to me. If I don't have a YouTube channel, I really don't even know what I would be doing for my life. Really. Even all these journals, man, including all the private journals that I made throughout the past year, they all really has helped me a lot. Me making these journals, it really has helped me a lot to cope through these hard times that I've been going through in my life. You know how I made that journal talking about my struggle with loneliness. I think I made that journal like a couple weeks ago. It's probably one of my favorite journals that I made, where I really, gone back in time. I talk about, how eventually loneliness becomes such a big problem in my life. Again, 2025, man, it really, that's the year of hardship for me, man. So much struggles. I just wish I could disclose more information about what exactly happened, but for me, I really don't think I can talk too much about it without getting in trouble with my family. So it is definitely very personal. So just know, like I said before, that year is like hell to me, man. Me making all of these journals, like, it definitely has helped a lot. I wouldn't even know if I would even still be alive if I wasn't making those journals. They really did help me a lot, If you guys are also going through hard times, definitely, give it a try. Just talk to the camera, say whatever you want. You can literally make it a private video. Nobody's gonna see it, but it's still definitely, it can definitely help you to, it's definitely quite therapeutic. Yeah. I honestly really like this neighborhood, man. Again, today I'm walking on this straight path. I think this is my second journal where I walked just this big, long, straight path. Yeah. Just so peaceful out here, man. It's very beautiful. Well, I do have school tomorrow, though, so I probably do have to go to bed soon, but it is a night class, so I don't really have to worry too much. For me, I'm very much a night owl. Yeah, the reason why I'm a night owl is definitely also because I just enjoy being alone, I suppose, because in nighttime, when everybody in my family is asleep, it's truly when I can get that peace and quiet. Because usually during daytime, when my family's in the house, they're very chaotic, we don't get along. For me, I literally can't even be around my mom because how much they hate me. So the only time when I can truly feel some peace and quiet is really at nighttime, man. Which is why for me, I'm a night owl. Back then, when I used to live in my college campus, I am not like this, bro. I used to be an early bird, but when you're surrounded by people that you can't get along with, the only time you can actually, feel some peace is when the other people are asleep. Which is why for me, like, man, I'm telling you, man, the people around you, they can really affect your life so much, man. If I don't have, like, my family around me, and if I would be able to somehow sustain myself, I definitely don't think I would be as much of a night owl as I am today. A lot of time I just want to avoid them, really. Me and my family, like, we really don't get along, bro. Literally the other day we got into another argument. I'm telling you, man, sometimes being an outcast, especially surrounded by people that hate you, you really gotta have a lot of emotional intelligence, man. Sometimes, like, you really have to control your anger. You cannot let other people steal your energy. You gotta protect your energy, man. For me, like, I was really trying to control my anger the other day, man. Like, they really pissed me off. We had this huge argument, but I just had to walk out, man. I just had to get out of there, man. I can't keep on feeding that flame. Sometimes, I can't even look in my family in the eyes sometimes. It's just how much of a distance that we're at. Sometimes we just feel like we're two completely different species living under the same roof. It's like we're two completely different species. We do not get along, man. Yeah. I'm telling you, being an outcast, it really is. This is the type of struggle that not a lot of people understand, because being outcast, like, we're such a small minority of people. People just think you're weird. They think you're crazy. And they will never understand the type of struggle you go through. For me, I don't ever expect my YouTube channel to ever blow up. I don't think a lot of people really will discover my channel. It'll probably just be a hidden channel on the corners of internet. And that will be forgotten eventually. Eventually everything will be forgotten. We're all just here for a temporary experience in this experience we so-called life. All will be gone eventually, man. All shall pass. That is the experience we call life. So, might as well enjoy it. Yeah, for me, I guess this is the kind of the topic that I want to discuss a little bit today. I really just want to talk about, this experience with so-called life. I suppose now we can kind of get a little bit deep into this video. Let me just check how long I've been recording. 17 minutes. This video might be a bit long, man. Like I said, I do want to take it slow. Just have a really nice, calm, deep talk. Just talk about life, really. When I think about this experience with so-called life, I will definitely say a lot of it is definitely quite negative, man. Maybe not a lot of people think the same way, but at least to me, I do feel like, especially with a lot of other outcasts that has been ostracized, ashamed from the society, we can definitely agree that our experience living in this reality is not a pleasant one. For me, ever since me growing up, I never really had a good family. I don't know if I will really get in trouble for saying this, but I do feel like I want to talk about it. Growing up, my mom divorced with my father at a very young age. I think ever since I was 2 years old, I never was able to see my father again. So I pretty much grew up without a father. And my mom is always busy with her career. She never really had time for me. I just feel like throughout my childhood, I was always neglected, really. And in school, I definitely also has gone through a lot of bullying when I was young. Just feel like I never belonged anywhere. Everywhere I go, it's like they just hate me, man. This is the struggle growing up as an outcast and being neglected by the people that were supposed to love you. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this video, but just the fact that growing up, never felt loved, never felt belonged. And then eventually I had to try to figure out a way to carve out something that is truly mine, because for my whole life I feel like I've been forced to go through and do something that is not mine. Even me going through college, I just feel like it really is, I don't know how to explain it, man. It just feel like everything that I've been forced to go through in this life is not a pleasant experience. Being neglected as a child, going through the bullying, not fitting in, and now with all the struggles, being hated by my family. It is not a pleasant experience growing up, man. Which is why a lot of times I just want to turn away from everybody. It's like sometimes I just feel like I'm already used to being alone. Doing my own things, building my own quote-unquote world on YouTube. Just doing things that is truly mine, man. It's like if this world hates you, then I'm going to create my own world. I don't know, man. I do feel like there are definitely people out there that are also going through the same thing that I'm also going through. But it's so rare to find somebody that feels real, man. Again, it ties in with that last video. Just feel like nothing is real. This entire world, I'm constantly being repelled in this world. Just never was able to fit in anywhere, man. Sometimes I just feel like I've been born into the wrong world. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why is everybody so different from me, man? There's this one channel that I watch a lot. I think his channel name is called Benedictine the Truth. This guy definitely talk about a lot of deep philosophical topics. For me, I definitely do kind of resonate with him a lot. He likes to talk about a lot of topics like antinatalism, Gnosticism, solipsism, and a lot of other topics. It definitely do feels, kind of negative, kind of depressing, but sometimes based on my experience living as a human being on this reality, I do definitely relate to a lot of things that he's saying, man. Just feel like we're born into a world that is evil. We really just feel like, why are we being brought here to experience this, Sometimes it just really makes me think like this world is so cruel and evil, and then we're being brought here. It's not a gift. It's like a curse or something. It's like a lot of people that talk about things, life is a gift, right? Sometimes I just feel like life is not a gift. It feels more like a curse to me. I don't know. I definitely do feel like some of the things that I talk about definitely can be quite, controversial and maybe a bit extreme. But for me, I'm just ultimately sharing about, my experience as a human being living in this reality. What I experienced, the type of stuff that I've gone through, and, just sharing about my experience. This is ultimately what these journals are about. I just feel like me being brought to this world, See, the thing is, just the very thing about you being born into this world, it's not something that you can give consent to. Everybody is brought into this world without their consent. We didn't ask to be born into this world, but yet here we are, And I can pretty much, like most people can agree, there is more suffering than happiness, right? Maybe except for those rich elites on the top controlling everything, but as many poor people that are living in poverty, that are living paycheck to paycheck, we all can agree that there is more suffering than joy in this life, right? We all can pretty much agree that it is a negative experience living in this reality, And sometimes this really makes me question a lot of things, about the world. I definitely, like I said, when I had my awakening, for me, I don't even want to call it a spiritual awakening. It's just my disillusionment to this system, to the world. It's this quiet moment of realization that you realize the world is not how it seems. Because when you're young, you're innocent. You don't know anything about the cruelness of the world. It's only when you grow up, when you slowly realize the cold and cruelness of the world, then you start to realize the type of world that we're brought into. Because believe it or not, life really, we're brought here without a consent, and there really is no instruction to life. We're just being brought here without any instructions. And then we're essentially trapped here, I would say. Nobody knows if there really is an afterlife. Some people think you'll go to hell if you don't believe in a certain thing. Which is why for me, I can never go back to religion anymore. A lot of time I just really question a lot of things about the reality. Like I talk about in that last journal. Yeah, in that journal where I talk about loneliness. I really sometimes even question God. Like, is God really a loving God, or is he evil? This really ties into that concept, Gnosticism. Am I really being brought here and trapped in this reality by an evil entity? And I don't know, man. All of this stuff, they do sound really, I don't know. Again, Benedictine the Truth, man, he talk about a lot of these deep philosophical concepts, and they really resonate so deep, man. Sometimes I can just, like really, like I'm pondering a lot of these thoughts. Just feel like this world is not what it seems, man. The thing is, there is still so much that we do not know about this reality that we live in. That's the scary part about this, man. There are still so much that we do not know. It's a scary place, man. Sometimes when I think about the type of reality we live in, it's like you don't know anything about this world, really. I don't know. Sometimes when I do go kind of deep talking about these topics, I just get lost in my mind. This topic, like, it really goes deep. It's not something that language can describe. All I can say is this life that was given to us, that this existence that was given to us, we were brought here. This world, this unfamiliar world that we did not give consent to. It really just feels like it's an evil world. Sorry if this journal is kind of all over the place. When the weather is so cold, it's like my whole body gotta focus on generating heat. It's like my brain gotta, I don't know. It's really so cold out here, man. Just can't wait for summer to get here. Anyways, man. For me, I usually don't like to talk too much about religion. I know these type of things can really trigger a lot of people. Of course, you're free to believe whatever you want, but again, for me, I'm just here to share about my experience living as a human being in this reality. Religion just never felt real, man. All the things in the Bible, for me, I don't know. I just feel like religion is just man-made. It's a system designed to control people. Like, even for those monotheistic religions, like Christianity and Islam, there are two sides of the same coin. But because they're different, supposedly, according to the world, people be fighting over which religion is the real religion. For me, I kind of was able to zoom out and see that it's all like a part of the matrix, really. There are literally wars, crusades that's been done in the name of religion. Yeah, for me, I can never understand people's rationality, about believing a certain religion. I do feel like religion is it's giving you something to believe in. You know what I'm saying? Again, ever since, I left religion, I can just never join the religion. I can never look at the religion the same way as before. All the things that has happened. For me, even kind of growing up, I always kind of doubted about, what God did in the Bible. People always talk about how he was just, but deep down, I always felt like he was, I don't know, man. I do feel like I probably will offend people by talking about these things, because this really is just how deep the belief of religion goes in this world, man. Religion is something, like, if you talk about the different thoughts about how you think about God, that does not align with theirs. It's like a personal attack to them, man. This is just how deep the belief system of religion goes to people, man. So I really, for me, I never really wanted to debate about religion, because ultimately, like, people are going to believe what they believe, man. I never really like to debate with people. But I just really think religion, especially the monotheistic religions, is man-made. That I'm just going to say that straight up. It can't be real, man. With all the things, the sufferings, the injustices, even just think about all the atrocities in the Bible, especially in the Old Testament. It's not the devil that did all the killing. It's God. And they used a term called divine justice. They use terms like cleansing, purifying the evil, divine punishment. A lot of time I just feel like Satan, the devil, was honestly used as a scapegoat for a lot of things. Whatever things happening in the world, blame it to Satan, blame the devil. When you look into the Gnostics, right, where they really think knowledge is the true way to escape, torment, not blind faith. Now for me, I do feel like all of these stories, they're all just like allegories. They're probably not like literal. A lot of stories, when you take these religious stories literally, that's when you really can have like a lot of problems. I don't know. Again, with just how much bad things has happening around the world, religions, especially all loving God, it can't be true, man. For me, again, I don't think I'm really the most articulate when it comes to debating and talking about these topics. You guys should really go check out the channel Benedictine the Truth, where he really talk about a lot of these things. He also talks about, religions. Sometimes you really gotta have that intellectual honesty, and talk about exactly the experience that we've been experiencing as a human being. Not simply just accept whatever information is being fed to us. For me, I always trusted my intuition. Yeah, man. I don't really think I want to talk too much about religion anymore. I don't think I quite have the brain power to talk about it. Today, I just feel like I am not so articulate, man. Sometimes I do wish I could be a bit more articulate. All the ways my way of talking can be a little bit more smoother. But for me, I literally don't even talk to anybody. I have terrible social skills to even begin with. I don't even talk to anybody. So naturally, I'm going to have trouble trying to express myself, talk about my thoughts. Yeah. I guess I'm going to talk a little bit about what's been happening around the world lately, man. I guess this also kind of ties into religion a little bit. Recently, apparently, U.S. and Israel just killed one of the supreme leaders in Iran. There was like a lot of uproars, a lot of protests. For me, when I just look at the world, man, I just see it's getting worse by the day, man. And what is all of this for? I mean, for me, I definitely do think a big part of it is definitely due to religion. There are so many lives that has been senselessly slaughtered, all in the name of religion. I suppose another thing that I have problem with religion, especially the one that I was raised with, which is Christianity, is that how they view everything else as inferior to their own. It's like a very close-minded way of looking at the world. Whatever is not familiar to them, they demonize them. They literally even think meditation is demonic. Some of these things, they really make me question, why are they like this? How can this be virtuous? How can this be something that is moral? I suppose that's... Again, I'm struggling to find words in this video, man, but hopefully you guys are able to kind of understand what I'm coming from. It's really just a lot of these things, the rules, the commandments, even just God himself. He talked about how he was a jealous God. It's a lot of human qualities that is, again, I just feel like God, the concept of religion, all of these are man-made, and they all have human qualities, and it really has this element of dominating to whatever is. For me, I always believe that whenever we want to live in a very harmony ecosystem or whatever, we have to have reciprocity. Is that how you say that word? Reciprocity. Basically, you give some, you take some, and everybody lives in a flow of harmony, right? There's also this channel that I watch. His name is called Gooby Dooby. I think this guy is an MIT sergeant, and he quit his job because he realized it's an evil system he definitely also goes deep into talking a lot about like nature, how harmonies, how we should live as a human. We really have to live in reciprocity. And in the religion, God allowed humans to rule over the land, the animals. It just never sit right with me, man. It does not feel virtuous. It does not feel moral. I don't know. How long have I been recording today? I've been recording for 42 minutes. I probably will cut out a lot of the parts that aren't that good. But anyways, man. I don't even know what to title this video. It's really just a freestyle video, just talking about my thoughts. But I suppose that right there is kind of what I want to express to y'all for this video. Just feel like this world is evil. Feel like we've been brought here by an evil entity without our consent. They trapped us here, and they're gaining something from us. I think that is something that I also kind of think of, They brought us here to create suffering. They must be benefiting something from us when we're suffering. I also heard concepts such as loosh farms. Whenever we suffer, supposedly we generate loosh, some type of energy. I don't know, man. All of these stuff just sounds like fairy tales or whatever. But I don't know, man. Just feel like whoever brought us here, not like our mother or father, whoever took a soul to this world, to this realm that we live in, did not have good intentions, at least for us. At least that is just me speaking based on my experience living this reality. I'm sure a lot of other people, if y'all lived a good life, maybe y'all think otherwise. But for me, I don't think whoever this entity is that brought us here into this world without our consent is a good being. The craziest part, the scariest part is that we don't know anything about this world that we're brought into. We're brought here without instructions. The world lied about how life is supposed to be, really. Especially nowadays, based on the way how the world is going. I really don't even know what's going to happen next, really. People talk about every day, the freaking tribulations. I'm surrounded by so much of these, I don't know, hardcore Christians or whatever. I don't know, man. Just feel like, I never fit in anywhere. I'm an outcast. Sometimes I literally sticks out like a sore thumb. I don't know, man. I just feel like my mind have a very different way of operating. I have a very different operating system in my head. I can never understand why other people think the way that they think, and somehow they're fine with the way how the world is. Because for me, deep down, like, this world is not good, bro. It is not a good world. It's filled with suffering. Yeah. I don't know. I shouldn't really ramble on too much longer. It's so cold out here. I gotta get back, man. I should get ready to wrap up the video, I suppose. Yeah. Hopefully I was able to get the idea across for this video. Just feel like the world is not good, man. At least for me. Anyways, for the upcoming weeks, I'll definitely try to continue to make videos as usual. Hopefully once the school is over, I'll try to make more videos on YouTube if I can, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. I always had a lot of plans about YouTube, but it just always feel like I cannot catch a break. It's like as soon as I'm done with college, it's like my mom is going to start demanding rent for sure. I have to start earning money. For me, I don't know, man. It's just such a rigged and unfair world, man. We're really just fighting for scraps because, again, greed really ruins everything, man. Because based on our current world that we're living in, we'll definitely have enough housing to shelter everybody in the world. And we'll definitely have enough food to feed everyone in the world. That is a fact. But a lot of the suffering is all due to greed. For us, like, we don't even have to work so much because of how much technology has advanced. Yet we still have to work a full-time job. And sometimes nowadays in this rough economy, we have to work 2 jobs and still not enough. You know, deep down, I also do feel really bad for my mom. All the struggle she is also going through. We just never seems to be able to, you know, recover from our financial struggle ever since 2023. I did talk about it in that loneliness video. Ever since 2023, man, life has just been going downhill. You know, for me, I'm not really going to get into too much detail about my mom, but we tried so many things, man. We can never financially recover. And you only feel like it's getting worse. You know how I talk about in that video, 2025 is the most miserable time in my life. Again, I only scratch the basics of what we've gone through in that year, man. It's way worse than what you guys can imagine. Trying to survive. Really don't know what the future is gonna bring. I really don't know. Just feel like a never-ending suffering. It's like a farm almost. It really just feels like we're in a farm. And we're the cattle in a farm. We're being milked dry of whatever. Again, I don't know, man. Just feel like it's designed to harvest suffering as a resource. That's just what I think in this world. Because we can live very easy lives with the technology we have, especially with AI on the horizon. Again, AI really is going to make such a huge disruption in the world. For me, deep down, somehow, I'm kind of excited for it. You know, eventually, when AI replaces everything, something has to change. You know, which is like every day, I really do look forward to the AI takeover. Because something has to change, bro. If AI took all of our jobs, what are we going to do? How are we going to sustain ourselves? Something has to change when that happens, man. So, yeah, man. How long are we recording now? Almost 50 minutes. Yeah, man, I really don't think I should talk too much longer. I got to go and get back now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's just way too cold out here, man. Once it hits summer, I'm definitely going to be coming out here more. I remember I used to also exercise a lot. I used to ride my bike. When summer get here, I'm also going to start to exercise a bit more. I do want to focus on losing weight this summer, man. You know, it's not going to be easy, man. I lost weight one time when I was young. Hopefully I'll be able to. All right, you guys, I'm back. Apparently I just had some technical issues. My phone ended up shutting down due to the cold weather. And I didn't even realize while recording it. So unfortunately, I lost some footage. And looking back at the video, I got home to recharge my phone. I realized the entire video, my camera was not focused on my face. Oh, man, that was embarrassing. But I don't think I really lost too much footage at the end. So, you know, not too big of a deal. But throughout the whole video, my entire face was out of focus. So yeah, man, anyways, I hope you guys still enjoy the video. I just can't wait to get this college out of the way, man. And then I can finally, you know, move on to the next step. But yeah, man, I don't think I really want to talk too much longer. I just want to come out here, you know, shoot this outro and just be done with it. It's so cold out here. I'm literally shivering right now. So yeah, man. In the upcoming weeks, I'm going to be getting back to my gaming again. Eventually, I do want to do some reaction videos to some of that films that I've made throughout the years. You know, definitely got a lot of exciting videos coming up, man. Hopefully everything will go well. You know, get this college done and then it's over, man. Anyways, I am literally shivering right now. It's so cold. I'm going to go ahead and get this video ended. And I'll see you guys next time, man.